What's going on, you guys? It's me, Mr. Casto. How you doing today? Doing good? I'm doing good. I'm alright. I probably could use a little bit more sleep, but I'm okay. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do the first trick I ever learned, which is called the Jack Sandwich, or it's just like a sandwich effect, which basically is it's an effect where you select two cards ahead of time and then they end up trapping the spectator's card when you throw the deck from one hand to the other. It's a pretty effective visual effect, and most of the times it just leaves people kind of like, what? How'd you do that? It's very simple though. Pretty easy to learn. It's just there's a few moves that you have to make sure that you practice quite a bit just to make sure that you get it cleanly, otherwise it will look a little weird. So just make sure that you practice a lot to the point where you're very comfortable and you feel like you aren't gonna show it all. Best way to do it, practice in front of a mirror or a camera or something where you can see from the other point of view. So do your trick and then kind of see if you're flashing in front of a mirror. Like if someone was standing in front of me, could they see what I'm doing? That's the best way to do it. I'm gonna show you two different ways to do it. First one's gonna be with a kind of like a dribble control type of thing, where you dribble the cards, they select a card, and then you control it to the bottom of the deck. The other version is gonna be a more simple version where you just kind of slide their card into the middle and do a double undercut. I'm gonna go into depth on all of the moves in the tutorial, so hopefully it won't sound like gibberish. I'll probably end up doing some tutorials on how to do some of those moves, so how to dribble cards, how to do cuts and false cuts and double undercuts and all that, just so that way you guys have like the starting basic stepping stones. I don't know. Just like kind of like little basic moves that every magician should have. I'm by no means calling myself a magician. I am a very casual magic goer. I'm not great at it, but I'm not horrible. I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm alright. Getting back into it, so. But I'm gonna be showing you a few different ways to do it. You probably see me change decks and shirts because I recorded two different times. The first one I recorded, I thought it was all good, but then once I reviewed the footage, a lot of it for some reason didn't focus. Like focused and then out of focus, and it was kind of annoying. But hopefully it will give you the best tutorial view of all of that as well. And yeah, let's get into the tutorial. Alright, you guys, I'm going to show you how to do this trick. So first thing, you go through, take out a pair. So in my performance, I used the two red jacks. Focus. There you go. You can use any two cards. Just take out two cards that are matching, two jacks, two aces, two queens, whatever. Put off to the side. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a spectator select a card. The way I did it in my performance was I dribbled the cards. So how you dribble the cards, it just takes a lot of practice. But basically how I do it is have your thumb in the back left corner of the pack, and then your middle finger on the top right. So you're in kind of this position. Like that, okay? And basically what you're gonna do is you're just going to pull your thumb up like that, like you're riffling. But as you're doing that, you're basically just extending your fingers. Just like that. So you're basically just letting your fingers go. You're basically just letting your fingers go. It takes a lot of practice. So I would say if you want to use this method, make sure that you train your hands to be able to do that, because it does take some practice. After I show you this one, I'll show you another way to do it that doesn't involve doing that. But you dribble, have them say stop. Wherever they say stop, have them, or show them the top card, which is the ace of diamonds. Okay, so as you're showing it, kind of put your pinky right there on the bottom to kind of get you a break. Okay, so you dribble it, you show them, kind of push it out so that way you got a break, and then when you push it back, you pull it back with your thumb, then you already have a pinky break. So that way, that card you have a break right under their card, okay? So you show them the card, kind of stick it out a little bit, and then you pull back and your pinky is holding the break. Then what you do, just dribble the rest of the cards on top. Square it up, and then now you got that pinky break. And then their card is right there. You want to do a double undercut. So you you take your right hand, you put it on the top, and you want to kind of get this grip right here so that way you have that break still, okay? Because then, oh no, this one, the card's right there. So you get that grip on top, you just basically take your dominant hand and you place it over the top with the thumb on the back. Keep that break. You don't want it to be too big, because if it's too big then it's going to be noticeable when you make the move. So you bring your hand over and you want to do a double undercut. I'll end up making a video going more in depth into the double undercut, but basically what you do is from this position, you are going to be taking half of the bottom pack, sliding it to the top, and then taking the other half, sliding it to the top, which is going to control their card to the bottom of the deck. Okay, so it looks like this. Boom, that's right there. So you're in this position. What you want to do, make sure you watch your angles. You don't want to be like this, because then they'll see that there's a break and be kind of fishy. So what you want to do is you want to take your left hand and kind of just, I guess, straddle it, or I don't know, like I don't know what the position really is, but basically you're going to be grasping the card in between the fat of your thumb and then kind of your pinky area, and peeling off a pack of cards. Okay, so just grasp and slide to the top, and then grasp at the rest, slide it to the top. And that's right there. I'll show you one more time. Okay, so you have that break. You want to come over, grab between the fat of your thumb and your pinky, grab half of the pack, slide it to the top, grab the other half of the pack, slide it to the top, and then boom, it's right there. Alright, so in this position you're pretty much done. You can do some false cuts if you want, you can do some shuffles. Make sure you keep that card on the bottom though, okay? So you can do some shuffles, don't flash that you have the card on the bottom. And then you make sure that you keep that card on the bottom. You can do some false cuts, keep it on the bottom, whatever you like. Just make sure that you keep their card on the bottom. Then what you do is you get those two cards that you put off to the side earlier, put one on the top of the deck and one on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to slide that bottom jack out just a little bit so that way they can see the pips. Boom, boom. And what that does is it protrudes part of their card on the bottom. So that way when you go to make the motion to throw the cards, you have this grip. Okay. You have the out-jogged card into the little crevice of your hand right here. You have your thumb across the top of the deck, and then on the back you have your index and your middle finger over that bottom jack, and then also their card. So when you go to throw, everything comes out except for their card and the two jacks, because those are the only cards that you are actually holding on to. Everything else is just gonna slide out. Just boom. One card left. It's their card. Farther away your hands are when you throw, so if you throw the deck and you catch it over here and it's like that, it looks really crazy. If you do it close, so just kind of like this, it still looks good, but it doesn't look as good as it can. So definitely practice that a lot, otherwise you're going to be having the cards fall on the ground and it's going to mess up your cards and your tricks. So, because if you do it kind of slow, it could do that. Oh God. Make sure you practice that a lot, getting that throwing motion down. Boom. And then what I do in this position is I just put the deck down. I kind of say, and the jacks have found your card, or have sandwiched one card. And then I kind of slowly turn it over, and then I say, your card. And then they're like, what? Just like that, what? So yeah, that's basically it. It's pretty simple. It just takes some practice to get some of the moves down, just so that way you're comfortable with it, and that way you don't flash, so you're not kind of showcasing what you're doing, and it makes it a lot more mystical. But I'm actually going to show you guys another way to do it. I recorded it earlier, but I had to get rid of some of the other footage because it wasn't as good for some reason. It was like out of focus a lot. So I'm gonna jump over to me in the past, wearing a different shirt with a different deck. Now, however you want, just have them pick a card. Say they pick that one there. Oh, there we go. That one there. Take out the card, show them the card. Queen of clubs. You can slide it into the back portion of the deck, just like that. You can show them it's in the back, in the middle of the pack, right there. And then what you want to do is you want to push up with your thumb. So hold it in your non-dominant hand. Your dominant hand will push up with the thumb. So as you can see, it starts to lift up the upper packet. You see that? You lift up like that, and when you lift it up, you want to push it in. So you lift it up and push in. So it kind of gives you a natural break. See that? I'll do it one more time. So you put it into the middle of the pack from the back, just like that. And then you want to push up and in. And as you do that, you want to transfer your grip to that position right there. Overhand grip. So you slide it in, show them, and now you're like this. Just be careful not to, tilt your hands so that way they can see that there's a break. You can do a double undercut, do some cuts, whatever. Shuffle it if you like, just as long as you get their card to the bottom of the deck. Give you from this point of view. You're grabbing, you're using your non-dominant hand to kind of grab the sides of it, just like this. And you want to grab half of the pack, slide it to the top, and then grab the other half and slide that to the top as well. Okay? To make sure that their card stays on the bottom. Then from there, those two cards you put off to the side, go ahead and put them on top, and then put one on the bottom and kind of jog it. Okay? So I do it so that way they can see. Says Joker, so they can see that the other card's right there. So if it has the pips, it would be the king or queen or whatever you want. It would say what that card is. And what you're doing from this, you're leaving it out jogged so that way they can see, but also their card is exposed in the back. And so what you're doing here, show them the two jokers that are on top. Then you want to grab the deck like this. Okay? Kind of hard to see. You grab it with your thumb across the top, and then on the back you have your index and your middle finger gripping both the joker or whatever card you selected in the beginning and their card. And it's pretty simple. All you do is you just throw the deck into your other hand, and all that's gonna be left is their card and the two selection cards, I guess. Just boom, simple as that. And then once you get to this position, you can put the deck down, show them nice and slow, the two jokers, and then kind of tilt it up and show them their card is sandwiched in between. Alright, that's it for the tutorial, guys. I hope you were able to understand what I was saying. For the most part, at least. I try to be in-depth. If not, please leave comments down below of any questions you have, and I will definitely try to get back to you in either message form or maybe make another video to kind of address any concerns or something along those lines, just to kind of help you guys out so that way you have the best understanding of how to do this trick. Because that's what I want to do, is I want to make tutorial videos that are going to be easy for people to learn and understand how to do the tricks. So that way you can actually start doing magic, because magic's fun. But yeah, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, anything like that, leave them in the comments down below for me. I always look at my comments. I basically reply to every single one. So yeah, leave them down below and I'll reply. Yeah. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that button. Let me know that you care, so that way I will keep making these videos. And if you really enjoyed it, share it around, show your friends, show it on Facebook, whatever you want to do. Show people. That's what I like, that's what you like, it's what we all like, right? Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Anyways, that is all from me, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next tutorial.